Ever wondered how a character from a classic TV show could play two entirely different roles on another hit series? Alan Hale Jr., best known as the gruff yet lovable skipper from Gilligan's Island, pulled off a career move that feels almost surreal. On The Love Boat, he didn't just show up as the same character, he played two distinct personas, each with their own quirks and storylines. And honestly, that's one of the most fascinating things about his career. He wasn't just recycling a role, he was reinventing himself. What makes this really interesting is how it highlights the versatility of actors who are typecast in iconic roles. Hale Jr. was a legend, but he didn't let that define him. He had the range to be a retired boxer with a grudge, a crime writer hiding secrets, and even a spy in the 1950s. That's not just talent, it's a masterclass in adaptability. Now, The Love Boat wasn't just a show, it was a cultural phenomenon. It was the kind of series that turned Saturday nights into a ritual. Every episode had 3 stories, each with its own flavor of romance, comedy, or drama. But the magic wasn't just in the formula, it was in the guest stars. Think about it, Gene Kelly, Ginger Rogers, Tom Hanks in his early days. These weren't just cameos, they were moments that made the show feel like a living, breathing universe. And Hale Jr.? He fit right in. His first appearance as a retired boxer, Jack McTigue, was a masterstroke. Pairing him with Milton Berle as an old rival? Genius. It wasn't just a boxing match, it was a battle of egos, a throwback to a time when physical comedy and rivalry could make a room laugh. Personally, I think that scene where they accidentally knock out the captain is pure gold. It's chaotic, it's unexpected, and it shows Hale Jr. wasn't afraid to lean into the absurdity of the show's tone. But here's where it gets even more intriguing. Hale Jr. returned years later as a crime author, Gus Dolan. This time, he wasn't the tough guy with a punchline, he was a man with secrets, a writer hiding something behind his polished exterior. It's wild to think he transitioned from a boxer's swagger to a novelist's subtlety. What does that say about his acting range? It says he wasn't just a one-trick pony. He could embody different worlds, different personalities, and still make them feel authentic. And honestly, I think that's why The Love Boat worked so well for him. It gave him space to explore without being pigeonholed. If you take a step back and think about it, this dual role on the same show is almost like a mini-career arc. First, the physicality of the boxer. Then, the cerebral intrigue of the author. It's like he was showing off his versatility in the most playful way possible. What many people don't realize is how much The Love Boat was a launching pad for careers. Tom Hanks got his start there, and Hale Jr. used it to prove he could still hold his own decades after Gilligan's Island. But it's not just about the roles, it's about the legacy. Hale Jr. was a bridge between eras, from the golden age of television to the more experimental 1980s. His work on The Love Boat isn't just a footnote in his career, it's a testament to how actors can evolve without losing their roots. A detail I find fascinating is how he managed to stay relevant even as the show's format shifted. From romantic comedies to quirky mysteries, he adapted seamlessly. This raises a deeper question: how many actors today would have the courage to reinvent themselves in such a public, high-profile way? It's rare, and it's something we should appreciate. So, what does this all mean? It means that Alan Hale Jr. wasn't just a character actor, he was a storyteller. And The Love Boat gave him the stage to tell stories that felt fresh, funny, and full of heart. Whether he was trading barbs with Milton Berle or hiding a secret behind a pen name, he brought something unique to every role. If you're like me, you'll watch these episodes and wonder, what other actors have had the same kind of journey? What other stories are waiting to be rediscovered? I'd love to hear your thoughts. Drop a comment below, and let's keep the conversation going.